Hi everyone! So today's video is going to be a tutorial on the look that I'm wearing right now, and this is a really nice glitter cut crease tutorial for the holidays, and I'm super excited to share this with you. Before I get started, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button down below and turn the notification bell on if you want a shout out. Today's notification bell shout out goes to Cat Lover, and thank you for having my notifications on. If you want a shout out, just do the same and comment hashtag notification squad and you'll get a shout out. Without further ado, let's get into this tutorial.
So of course I have to start off by putting my cat headband on my head like always, and then I'm going to prime my lids using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I love this as eye primer. It leaves everything nice and locked in place and it gives it a flawless finish. Then I'm going to go in with the Jaclyn Nail Palette, and I'm taking that nice medium brown. It's a good transition shade. It's very light, so you definitely have to build it up to your liking, but it's a good transition shade for sure. Then I'm going to take this darker shade right here, and I'm going to place it over top the exact same place and just deepen the crease a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing with that reddish brown shade right there, and that's going in the outer corner and a little bit in the crease. And I'm taking a more thinner brush. I don't know exactly what brush this is, but it's definitely a lot thinner than the big fluffy one that we originally used, and this is just going to deepen the crease even more. And I love the reddish brown tones that it gives, and I definitely blend it out and pack on more color as I feel needed, and then I go in with a darker brown just to give it even more definition and a little bit less of the red tones, so it just defines the outer corner even more. And then of course you have to go back in and blend with all the other colors. And now I'm just creating my cut crease here. As you saw, I looked up and that's exactly where my crease lands, and that's where your cut crease should go. So if you ever have trouble making a cut crease, just keep that in mind, that you should look up, and wherever it naturally falls with the concealer, that's where your crease is. And then I'm going to go ahead and blend the outer corner with the concealer just a little bit more before I start adding the lid color, which by the way, for the lid color, I'm taking that shade right there, which is a nice sheen bone color, and that's kind of what I wanted for this, like a very natural looking lid. But then I end up taking that same transition shade and just kind of blending that in with the outer corner and the other lid shade, just to give it a bit more definition and like make it less boring on the lid. I don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah. And then of course you want to keep blending everything as to your liking and building up color. I ended up going in with a bit more brown to make it a little less red. I like the red, but then I wanted a bit more brown. Next, I'm taking this Stila Magnificent Metals. This is a liquid eyeshadow, and I'll have the name linked down below because I don't know off the top of my head. But I'm creating a glitter cut crease with this, and I kind of went out of the lines there, but it's easily fixed, to be honest. This is a great alternative if you don't have a liquid eyeliner that's a glitter. If you have a liquid eyeshadow or a mixing medium with a pigment, that definitely works. And I've been loving doing this look. I've done it like a lot recently, and of course I add a wing liner because I felt like it would be incomplete without it, so I did that. Have I ever told you guys how much I love this Too Faced eyeliner? It's the best thing ever invented. I just can't use a gel eyeliner on a daily basis, so I definitely love this Too Faced eyeliner. It's like really great. And for lashes today, I'm taking the Nubounsom. I think these are the Russian black lashes, but I'll have them linked down below in the description because I don't remember off the top of my head. For primer, I'm taking my usual, which is the Smashbox original primer. What is the name of the primer? I always forget when I'm doing a voiceover, but whatever. For foundation, I'm taking 2 shades of the Makeup Forever HD foundation stick, which is one of my favorites, and I haven't used it in a while. And I'm between 2 shades right now. I probably could have left it at the lightest shade, but I think I was running out of fake tan. Like, I still had a fake tan on, so I needed to match my neck a little bit better, but I probably added a bit too much of the darker shade. This foundation is amazing. It gives great coverage, and it's best used with a buffing brush and not a beauty blender because then it takes away all the product. For concealer, I'm taking 2 shades of the Tarte Shape Tape because, again, I'm between shades right now in my tan, and I love the Tarte Shape Tape. Like, I don't really have to say much about that. Like, it's the best concealer known to man. And I'm blending that in using my beauty blender. I just can't use a brush to blend in my concealer. I don't know how people do that. This concealer gives great coverage, as you know. I don't know if you guys like you need to try the Tarte Shape Tape. It's amazing. It gives great coverage and it highlights where it needs to, and it just hides all the under eye bags, and it's just amazing. To set it, I'm using my Coty Airspun loose powder, and I like to bake under the eyes so that the concealer lasts all day. Once I did my brows off camera, I went ahead and wiped away the bake, and I just love the way this powder leaves my flawless under eyes and concealer nice and set. It's just so amazing. I went ahead and set my face with the Charlotte Tilbury foundation powder foundation, I think it's what it is, and this is in the shade medium, and I felt like I just needed to set the rest of my face. You definitely want your makeup to last all night on New Year's Eve, so that's why I did that. I went ahead and started my under eyes. I used the exact colors I used on the lids and the crease and whatnot, just in fluffier brushes, going to the darkest shade using a flat definer brush. And then I went ahead and filled my waterline with my NYX Treasury eyeliner. And now I'm contouring using the KKW contour kit. I've been loving this fan brush for contour. I say this in every video, but it's absolutely amazing. And I went ahead and used the actual contour color from the contour kit because the other one's just way too dark. And what I've been loving doing is taking a thinner brush and just making a more precise contour with that brush. And then I went ahead and contoured my nose using a smaller definer brush from Morphe. I don't know exactly what it is, but I'm taking the same powder, and I love nose contour. Who doesn't love a good nose contour? And a tip that I learned from James Charles, of course, to keep that nose contour snatched is to bake the side of the nose just to make it even more precise and defined. And I do the same thing with my cheek contour as well, and I just let that bake while I do my highlight. I took the highlight from the KKW contour kit, which isn't my favorite. I think it's a little too yellow and the pink is a little too pink. So then I went ahead with another highlighter, which is the Laura Geller Gilded Honey highlighter, I believe. And this brings a little bit more of a gold sheen to the highlight, which I really love. This highlighter is really intense and it has a bit of glitter. So if you don't like glitter, you may not be a fan of this. But I absolutely love this highlighter, and I think it adds a lot to the highlighter that we use with the KKW. Like, just layering highlighter is totally my thing, and I totally take that on the top of my cheekbones, down my nose, above my cupid's bow and on my chin, as well as the inner corner of my eyes and my brow bone. I took all the same highlighter. For blush, I'm using this Tarte blush. I don't know exactly the name, but I'll have it linked down below just so you know exactly what that is. And of course, I gotta do bottom lash mascara, which I almost always forget because I just move on to the face after the eyes without doing the lower lash mascara, but whatever. Now I'm just wiping away the bake, and then we're going to move on to lips. For lips, I'm taking the MAC lip liner in the shade Cherry, which is a perfect red for every day. I'm still getting used to my lip filler and filling in my lips the way that they're filled now, so it's a little interesting, but I've been doing really well. And then I'm taking this Clinique lipstick. I don't know exactly the name, but I'll have it linked down below. And I think it's a perfect shade for New Year's. I totally love a good New Year's red. And of course, you can't forget setting spray, and I always like to bounce my beauty blender on my face to leave it set nice and well. And this is the final look. I really hope you enjoyed this look, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!
But not today, just